Welcome back, everybody. Another CIV3 stream here from Hardroder 1066. We've just finished up game 1 of this month's edition of the MPT Strategy Masters. Team Halu is leading 1-0 in the series, and they're now on match point. If they can win game 2 here on Silk Road, that would net them the win in the overall series and would net Halu the MPT Champions title. Of course, to the other players, they will get cash prizes for every game that they win. So there's an incentive there as well. Now, all that being said, we just finished up the stream for the first game. So if you're watching live on Twitch, you know what exactly happened. For YouTube, I'll be uploading these games one day at a time. So there'll be 24 hours between all of the YouTube uploads for you to be excited and yeah, look forward to the next games always. We'll find out here if the title remains with Halu or if Anti can force a third game and look to have the belt change hands or change wastes, I suppose, however you want to look at it, for the next month. Okay, now, talking about the second game on Silk Road, of course, let's check out this page here. There's a small description of the map, but if you're not familiar with it, you can check on YouTube. There's in the MPT Strategy Masters playlist on my YouTube channel, there's a video showcasing all of the maps. So you can look at the map there. You can also check it out on the Google Drive that is linked in this video description of said video, where you can get a picture or the actual game file of the map. You can look at it yourself as well that way. Basically, it's just a single body of land, a single continent. There's a road around the edge of it, and both teams are connected by said road, so trading can happen, but also warfare can happen along that road. It's an interesting map, I think, a very healthy one for general MPT gameplay, and so I'm looking forward to seeing it being played a second time. I think the first game we saw on it was very interesting. I believe it was Kismic that nuked out early on that one. We'll see if a similar fate awaits one of the players this time around. And the good news is, since there's only 12 civs in the overall civ pool for this tournament, and they can't repeat civs from game 1, there's a decent chance that we will see low amount of mirror civs again, since we didn't see any mirror matchups in the first game. Both teams still could pick the civs that their opponents picked in the first game, and so the likelihood of mirror matchups decreases now by quite a good margin, and that is reflected in the first two picks for this game. We have the Zulu for Halu, the Inca for Antiquities team. Now Halu cannot pick the Inca in this game because they've already played them in game 1, and thus we're guaranteed to at least not have a full mirror matchup this time around either. Zulu for Team Halu, though, by many players rated as the single best MPT civ on random MPT maps, but since these maps are pre-scouted and everything, well, there won't be as much randomness here, and not as much window of exploit for the Zulu, presumably. But this is a map with mobility being quite valuable and a lot of trading resources connecting, or well, being passed between teammates, playing a big role. So the Zulu could have a big value here, I believe, as well. Not a bad choice there by any means. Well, is it really ever a bad choice in MPT? Who knows? That's the first two civs here, and well, the second two civs, they won't bring much new either. It's the Persians on Halu's team and the Zulu for Antiquities side. Of course, the matchup, the mirror there between the Zulu, not shocking. It is a high tier civ after all. The Persians there, though, for Halu, again a civ that we saw in the previous game from Anti's side, so there won't be a mirror on that front either. So it's Persians on one side, Incans on the other side, and both teams having picked up Zulu for themselves here. Now the question is, what's the last pick's gonna be? On this map especially, one player will spawn with horses, one player will spawn with iron, one player will spawn kind of with neither in the middle, and so you can already think about which civ would be best suited in which spot. You can make your own choices for which drafts you like better, or what you would pick here as the third pick. I'm quite interested. Team Halu could use a good horse civ, for example. Team Anti, well, you could use a good horse or iron civ. Inca is really quite flexible. You can stick them on either side of that. They still have, of course, the civs available that they didn't pick in game 1. So for Anti's side, that would be whatever Halu picked. Sumeria still available there, and Korea. Team Halu could also pick Iroquois or Rome, in addition to all the other civs from the roster that we haven't seen yet at all. So there's some potential options there. We're missing one check mark from the players in game though, so that we can really get it going. Sadly, it's a slight hold up there it seems. So let's now reveal the last picks for both teams. And it is the Egyptians for Halu, so that is a good horse civ, a very traditional lineup here. He's got some 3 civs that will come online very fast, that could utilize and exploit the early roads that are present on this map very well, I think. And so Egypt on the horse side, Persia on the iron side, Zulu in the middle where they can rain terror. That seems like a very potent lineup. For Anti's team, the Mayans, very flexible as well. I assume you'd want to put the Mayans on the side that has iron, since iron is usually pretty important for that civ. The Inca will then take the horse side and the Zulu the middle, presumably. That's what I would guess. Okay, well, we're waiting still for one check mark here. It is what it is. We've been here. We all know it. There we go. There we go. No longer AFK. Let's see that the selections are correct as well. We have Persia in the 2nd slot, Zulu in the 3rd, we have Egypt in the 4th. That's all right. We've got Inca in the 5th. We've got Zulu in the 6th. We've got Maya in the 7th. Okay, and then that would all be good. So that is the draft for Silk Road. Now we're gonna load into the game, get the spectator setup going. So that's gonna be another 3 or 4 minutes until the actual gameplay starts. So I'll put up the intro screen again, and then we'll see each other once the game actually gets going. So I'll see you guys at the other end of that. Yeah, stay tuned and comment here. Let me know your thoughts on strategy here and which side you prefer. Welcome back from the break. So, there we are. Again, as a reminder, that's the map. That's the civs that were picked by both teams. The player lineups are also very similar to the previous game. In case you were wondering, there's only one minuscule change. Let's see if you can guess it. One lineup change. If you had to guess, where would you put it? As we're loading into the game now. Only one player different from game one that we saw. Nice. There we are, everybody in for the reload. We're gonna get on our way here in a second. Game 2, that's the file. And now all we need to do is have players toggle and check in, so we can get into this potential match point here. Yeah, that's true. That's where we're at already. That's how a best of 3 works, I suppose. But it is a play all 3 more than a best of 3. Sure, the title will be decided, but there's still money on the line for the third game. So no matter how this ends, we should have a third one lined up, unless the players ditch us. In which case, I guess, I don't know. We're shit out of luck, aren't we? Either how, we've got everybody in, so we should actually be going here. What's the hold up, guys? What's the hold up? It's Kismic again, isn't it? Ah, the bane of my existence. All right. Nice. Here we are. We're loading in, and good. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. It's game 2 of the November edition. I remind everybody to mute each other, at least their opponents can mute their teammates as well, I suppose. If they're more of a fan of monologues, that's fine with me as well. Interesting opening already, though. We see El Cuchillo here, Biz Fire, move in the starting settler, not planting on the spot as the only player here. Gonna plant on the Tundra first here. Not a bad choice, but of course you're losing out on 1 turn of production if you're doing that. So we'll see if that'll come to bite him at some point. Scouts out for both of the Zulu, of course. And we've got Inca with the horses, Mayan with the iron, as we expected from Team Antiquity. Persia there with the iron, and Egypt with the horses is pretty much self-explanatory, isn't it? And again, the Zulu players here without any resources, so they will depend on their teammates hooking that road or connecting that road to them, and then passing one of those rests if they need it at any point. Okay, well, there we go. All setup is all done. And then, oops. And then that's it. So again, I'm curious about what you guys think this will play out like. Interesting that, of course, with the double scouts that the southern team has, they're able to contact each other very fast utilizing that southern highway, whereas Anti is already able to get out onto the map, collect some huts without wasting any time. Now, he might want to trade checks with his team first before actually popping that hut, but not sure he's got that much time to waste. Elk here on the Persians starts out with the regular mine, so does Egypt, so do the Mayans here, although Mayans actually interestingly mine across the river, which probably is the better play, right? You're mining the better tile there as opposed to the Persians, but of course if you're roading it, you're losing out on the movement points, so it's a trade-off. An interesting mine there from the Incans. They're sacrificing their movement point to be able to connect the road to the team faster, which over here Halu on Egypt did not actually do. He's planted on the horses though, so for him he's fine in terms of rest. He shouldn't mind that. And ooh, that's a big one. That's the early conscript warrior pop. And on this map, oh, that's such a threat, guys. Like the early pop, not only can you pick off a scout with that, but remember, you have this road here. You can double move into any player's capital if you just get onto this road. Sure, you can also just use it for vision and whatnot, or for extra pressure, but especially on this map, right? You can double move with a regular conscript warrior there. Well, that sounded wrong, but yeah, that's scary. That's scary. Expansionist civs, I'm telling you, they're valuable in some spots, even on my tourney maps. And I wonder how that'll go. Okay, first Chasky scout out there by Twisted Venue, who's playing for Team Antiquity again in the south, but the lineup change, of course, being Kismic on the Mayans instead of Suti, who was playing there in the previous game for Team Antiquity. Great that he filled in for them, and sadly it didn't work out with a win, but at least we were able to have the game, which is great. And actually not beelining straight north. I think, honestly, like, you should almost always go straight north and try to get onto that road. Because, I mean, worst case, nothing happens, but you're able to pillage that road, you're able to intercept scouts, and you're able to double move into enemies' lands, and that's a really good chance you're able to get some workers with that at least, because you know the enemy isn't really going to guard against that, is it? Well, either way, TV is the first one out on the map. He's got the priority. He's got that UU that doesn't require any res. Halu will soon have some war chariots out as well, though, because obviously he's got the horses immediately, and he'll beeline towards the wheel, I suppose. And that could be a dead scout there. That could be a scout kill by Twisted Venue. If he's able, I'm not sure he's got any moves left, but could work out. This was already pillaged here, interestingly. I suppose they pillaged that themselves here, the northern team. Scout is oh, it also is used to pillage here. Very interesting move. Oh, and they don't get the kill, but they are going to get it now. Really interesting play here. I love the strategy. So they clearly thought about how they want to approach this. 2 roads are pillaged, which buys Elk a lot of time from any potential raiders there from the Inca. And he can always reroute this later if he's got a decent Persia stack. Jasky coming to Elk, GA me. What? Oh, did I miss something there? Egypt declared war. Oh, I must have missed something there. I'm so sorry. Something weird must have happened. There's no way he... whatever. I guess we'll find out. You guys can always go back in the water. Well, I guess you can't with the delay. On YouTube, at least, you can go back and check what happened. But, well, sad. Sad, sad. Okay, the conscript warrior still hasn't really done anything yet. It's just being sent forward, which is the standard move that you would do. Okay, the MP is being brought over. He really wants a hidden GA here, Alcachillo, I suppose. Which is interesting. Again, he took it very early last game. It worked out really well for him. He had a lot of pressure with that. And didn't even sacrifice score for it. But on this map, it might play out very different. There's a lot more space to build into, although that would, of course, be scary. Looks like Persia attacked into this. Jack Red, well, he's saying that it's a wounded Chasky scout out on the map. Not that the color is red, actually. That is self-explanatory. But, yeah, didn't get the kill there. Not sure a GA ended up going through. I don't think so. I think that was just that one warrior. Not entirely sure. Then the Mayans down here, are they already working on roading that iron? Persians aren't, that's for sure. Alk is first of all trying to connect that road, it seems. Turn goes by. We now have that conscript warrior heading forward, and the Zulu out with their own impis now. Biz, the first one to get that. No impis yet for anti. And actually, of course, Biz had already sent an impi westward. Chasky isn't actually dead. But yeah, since it's a 2-mover, it's quite nimble. Difficult to track down with just warriors. And just warriors is also what we see in the east here. Kismet with his traditional instant settler. He's not worried at all That sometimes can go wrong, especially against Zulu, but he's pretty far away from where they spawn, so he probably thinks he's fine like that. Border expands are coming through as well for everybody that planted the first turn. Let's actually try to get the missing spies down. I didn't have much luck in the first turn. Well, it's not getting better, is it? Jesus. I have elite spies, by the way. Okay, yeah, it's... Alright. 1 out of 4. Fair enough. We'll keep trying. This might be a long game in terms of spying. Oh. Alright. Well... Let's see, the southern team here, Anti, they have got a lot of vision already, right? Anti has scouted a lot with the Chaskis that provided a lot for the Inca, and they also have much more units on their opponent's side than the other way around. And this is what I was saying, the road is scary. Now at this point it's just Alcachillo utilizing it, but if the enemy ever gets onto that, we saw that at the first time this map was played last month actually, it can get tricky. It really can that way. This can also get tricky if you know Kismic's tendencies there. If I'm the Byzantines, or the Byzantines, if I'm Byzantine Fire here, if I'm Zulu, definitely sending over something to see if Kismic's playing honest this time around. Would be the first time after all. So let's see how it'll go for him. Looks like, ooh, this one was just killed there with the Archer Veteran against Regular, I believe. Although there's 2 Conscript Warriors for Anti at this point. But he loses that one as well, and the promotion is given over to Alcachillo. Not sure that was the best attack for him to take, but I guess he liked the chances there, wanted to kill it before it healed back up. So it's not a bad trade to take, or not a bad role to take, I should say. Okay. Alcachillo, he's really helping out his team. He's got units on both of his flanks very early on. He's not putting any pressure yet. He's got 1 veteran MP, fair enough. That is decent pressure, but it's not on the opponent yet, whereas we can see Anti was straight towards the enemy and let Twisted Venue do the contacting with the teammates. Road already connected on the Incan side, and he's also working towards it. Kismic not quite there yet, but with the second city, he's getting closer to connecting the road as well, and he's already got the iron connected. That is a very early iron. There is the archer, though, for defensive purposes here, likely. Alc also nicely closing this off, but we have Chaskis on that back road already, and that's what I was saying. This is such a dicey thing to have to worry about. The opponent being able to move at lightning speed between all 3 of your teammates without you having vision of it. There's no real great points where you can control this road, right? It doesn't go over mountains, so you can't just block it easily. There's some forests in there, sure, but that's the thing. It's not that easy. Okay, we've got settlers out apparently as well from Anti, and here from Twisted Venue we're seeing it. That's a big edge here. That's the pressure, I suppose, right? The southern team has a lot of military in the north, so not a single settler has been made yet by one of the northern players. Team Anti all already have those settlers out. Kismic even already planted, so it's going to be a big edge in terms of expansion here, isn't it? Wonder where Anti's city is going to go. I imagine you'd want to plant forward usually with the Zulu, be able to shorten that distance, shorten the gap to the opponent. This is a potentially dangerous situation there with the MP hanging around. Not sure how many movement points that one's got left. But you can also make an argument for planting backwards, securing that road behind, and getting more in that direction. Land seems a bit better forward though, so I'd expect him to plant there, and that's where he's roaded, and that's where he's sent the settler to. So no surprises there. Ooh, interesting. He tried to get on that road, but was instantly intercepted. He gets the pillage off in the end though. That's an annoying forest tile not to have roaded. That'll take a while to road back. Although I assume Alcachillo might just plant a city there now that he's got that road pillaged. Although that would impede the movement between cities from his teammates if they ever wanted to use that back road. Very nice pressure there. Blocking some of the res, forcing a lot of warriors to stay at home there for Elk, which admittedly he really wouldn't want to move out with anyways, but yeah, makes expansion a bit more awkward for him. Oh, looks like never mind actually. He hit into that. He tried to, just as we looked away, contest that iron hill. Would have been a big one if he won it. Didn't end up going his way though. And so, that's the only Chasky that remains on offense. He goes in end of turn, loses the roll though. Halu seems to have moved back immediately with the watch area at the side of this combat. But yeah, all the units are dead now. Everything that was sent forward by this other team has now been taken out. And sorry for not keeping track of that. As I told you guys, this was a really dangerous situation there potentially for Anti. I'm not sure how the rolls went, so I really can't tell what the situation is like. Is Egypt one of the civs that we have, or is Zulu one of the civs that we have a military advisor in? No, sadly not. Oh, or not a military advisor, a spy. Oh, I just crashed. Oh, fuck me. Oh, that happens sometimes when I open menus. I'm so sorry, guys. Well, that's a fucking bad turn to have to reload, isn't it? Oh, how annoying. Ah, dang it. Oh, game punishing me every now and then for opening a menu screen. What can you do? Nothing really, sadly. Okay. Oh wait, oops. There we go. Switching over to this as we're gonna have to reload. Of course, really sucky turn to reload. I hope the players know the way their rolls went. Ah, it's a bit of a bummer, but we're used to it. It's CIV3 after all, isn't it? Come on. Taking quite some time to get it back up here for me. Apologies. Damn, crashes. Early reload. Always unfortunate. We're trying to stay somewhat on schedule here. Gotta get up real early tomorrow, so would appreciate this going fast as well. But it never does it? It's fine. Ah, damn. Bad turn to crash on, I agree. The players think the same. Then we're gonna first have to talk it out for how to resolve this, the reload, which moves are fair and whatnot. So it might take a few minutes. Okay, looks like they're actually pretty much in accordance over what to do here. That luckily seems to be going pretty smooth. Now, if only everybody was in the reload, that would be good. It's 8 p.m. I'm already getting tired. That's, I guess, what I get for waking up early for once in my life. But we've got 1.5 games to go here, so definitely not gonna slow down or anything. Hmm. Okay, there we are. Everybody's in. Oh, it wasn't actually me that crashed, apparently. Apparently it was Elk. Well, I feel much better about myself now. As I was in the menu screen, I couldn't tell. Alright. That is the wrong turn. Oh, God. Which is the right turn, then? Oh. Oh, boy, this is such a pain. Okay, seems we found the right turn to load. Ah, it's so sad. It's so sad. But I feel a little bit better about myself not knowing that I was, well, knowing that I probably wasn't the reason for the crash. Well, I definitely wasn't the one that disconnected Alex's power, so yeah. Always good to have somebody to put the blame on, isn't it? Admit it, guys. You know the feeling. Okay, we're getting back in. There we are. Continuing game 2. I hope I remember to put a timestamp into the what for YouTube. Regardless, we're here. And the disbands are coming in. Everybody moving their stuff. Yep, this all looks fine. This is, yeah, all good. And mutes as well will have to be repeated. And yeah, in the north it looks like, ooh, what? Did they just re-roll that the same way? Or was that, I don't know. Whatever happened, looks fine. Early upgrade for Elk, meanwhile. Wonder what they're gonna do with that. I don't even know if I like this, honestly. Like, I mean, this could be for defensive purposes, which would be fine and all. But, ooh, worker gone and disbanded. El Cuchillo gets in there with the Impy. Biz punishes and twisted venue here, and was probably gonna escape with the Impy as well, isn't he? Did he still have a movement point? How many moves does this guy have? It was an end of turn move onto that, wasn't it? And then the run. Oh boy, that was really unfortunate. End of turn onto the worker, then runs and still has 2 movement points left. That's how it works. Really unfortunate. For the Incans, at least. Good play by Biz in the north. So far, his Zulu, well, they've been more annoying, I guess, than Anti's, although it's hard to tell. And the conscript warriors just were dealt with very nicely. But Anti also went forward very early, so at least he had the pressure there. Meanwhile, it looks like Biz also cutting some roads here in the east. Wants to eliminate that threat. Yeah, the Incan are definitely set behind. Meanwhile, I still don't know I like the early upgrade from Elk a lot, because he's not going to look to GA yet. Maybe he's going to look for a 2-city GA or something, because he finally has made a settler there. But going for the barracks, a veteran immortal this early on, I don't know. He's not going to use it to GA if he doesn't have any units on him right now. I'm not sure how necessary it is going to be. Okay. Well, either way, Halu is probably starting to make those war chariots already. I'm not sure, he might have taken a golden age while we weren't watching. He's got 4 war chariots going on. And that's not too bad, of course. Oh, an important role here. It's Biz that ends up winning it. Not sure Kismik's got moves left on that warrior. There's Northern team again. On a pretty decent run here. think I'm gonna try for some spies again. Okay, because that's really good to know. The army sizes, if nothing else. Finally hitting a stride. Nice, okay, that I can work with. Harlow goes out. Meanwhile, he's also got a settler done. Wonder where he's gonna plant. There goes Elk, Passagarde, just a bit forward, along the river. Good bonus grasslands there. It's the obvious plan. It's the same as Tiwanaku for Twisted Venue. Of course, still, the southern team way earlier with all of their second cities, so the growth is gonna, like, I don't know, grow exponentially. For Watcher, it's out meanwhile by Handler, but they're gonna be spotted rather soon, I imagine. And still just that one city for Alcuchillo here with his GA. It's gonna be annoying, but like last game, not the biggest scoring threat perhaps. Is Anti gonna pillage? He is, okay. Make sure that trading is kept at a minimum here. And so that mainly what that does is it limits Alcuchillo's options, but he's not booming either. He's just looking to use his non-res UU. So honestly, the fact that they can't trade strategic resources here might not be big. They kind of have all those that they need. The luxury trade, of course, being limited is a bit of a bummer. Egypt declaring war here. That's a clean kill for Halu on the warrior. Doesn't even lose HP. Kismek will be forced on the defensive route. That's a pretty city. That is not a city I'd be comfortable planting. Well, it depends on how many warriors I had, I suppose. It's got 8 of them. 3 are out of town. 4 are out of town. No, I'm not planting that city if I'm Kismek. Dealing with these war chariots. Only one city on a hill across river. I mean, it's roaded, but across river. Don't like the looks of this. Meanwhile, pillaging continues here. That could be annoying for the southern team. A lot of impies. Look at the amount of impies in the southern hemisphere. Oh boy. Alcuchillo has a lot of pressure here, and Halu with the first 4 regular war chariots. He already is posing a serious threat himself. He can hit this city next turn, by the way. Or this is potentially devastating for Kismek. This city can be hit next turn, and he can't reinforce it. There's no way he plans this. He fortified. Oh boy, he now sees the war chariot. Okay. He cannot plant this city now. If he plants the city now at this point, it would be intentional. He sees a war chariot there. He's no way of knowing if that even has moved already this turn. In fact, all those war chariots can hit this settler this turn. He can walk onto it, by the way. He can just take it. And he does. There he goes. Just takes out the settler. Well, it took quite some time for Halo to realize the freeness of this. But that's a big setback. Again, both flank players there for Anti's team suffering major setbacks here, giving up conscript workers to the opponent in one way or another. And Anti, meanwhile, his ties have been stepped onto as well. The southern team is completely on the back foot here. Halo really on a roll, and they're struggling to keep up here. There go the war chariots. Does Kismek have enough units for this? Oh boy, he lost that combat. That was a big one. I don't know about this for Kismek. Halo steps over and he might just hit into Copan, honestly. It's not on a hill. There he goes with the attack. Chichen Itza has units in, but the one war chariot from the hill, it could still move as well. It looks like the rolls are going really well for Kismek for now. But I don't know about this. Oh boy. He's got a promotion there and he's full HP. Not sure how he tries for a hit on Chichen Itza. He could. Oh, how is this so dicey? Meanwhile, Andy has lost the road in his land as well. At least in the west, nobody's on the threat of dying. But wow, this early game has developed amazingly for Halu's team. And he's got match point, remember, to defend his championship here potentially. There he goes towards Chichen Itza. Is he actually going to hit there? He's got a pillage. Okay, he's playing it calm. He's got one promotion out of this as well, and he's still got some moves. Gets onto the worker, gets onto the hill too. Well, that's the first swordsman there for Kismek, and Watcher is being softened up. He could think about hitting this, but I I just think he doesn't have enough units in Copan to really justify going out of there with the swordsman. And the pressure is just going to keep on coming there from Halu. Look at this. He's just connecting the roads now, and he's streaming units down south. He's so fast. That's Silk Road. The pace of this map is insane. It looks further apart than all the cities were in the previous map on Myeongnyang. But really, with the roads, it's a much faster paced map, isn't it? And that's a really good game from El Cuchillo in particular. He's had pressure on all three players already. And Halu really finding a great timing to move out with his first couple of war chariots. While Anti is also, he's got a second city, and that shouldn't be underestimated. But he's on the back foot, he's fully on the defensive for now, and priority is all that really matters right now for the Zulu. And look at this Copan here, under the pressure, Kismik, the first one to burn a city in this game. Not a ton of units, he's actually being hit there, goes low HP, great reinforcement. I don't know how many units were left there, but it looks like he won the combat anyway with that swordsman, and that's great news for his team. He's stabilized the situation as far as he's not going to die within the next 2-3 turns. But, hey, I mean, it's still Mayans from behind. I don't think he won the combat with his javelin thrower earlier. Had he won that one fight, he would be getting so much value out of all these bonus grasslands right now. But that didn't happen. And so now, really, the upside is non-existent for the Mayans here. Besides for their agri trade, they really don't have anything going for them right now in the south. Again, we have well, 2 aggressives on one team, but the scoring situation not looking as great despite that, because the pressure is so high already. Halu moves in with one more war chariot, but generally he's a bit more chill now. He's got these guys there in reserve, which you know, Kismik doesn't see him. He lost so much there, lost the settler, lost a bunch of units, even lost an improvement there, at least one. Ah, it hurts. I think he lost a worker too, didn't he? At least one, if I had to guess. And look at this for Anti. He's completely, completely, I don't know what you call this, out of the game, choked. What does he have? I guess he can fortify his cities. He's got a regular warrior showing on top of a Lundi. Obviously, he's probably baiting there, but still. He's got quite some warriors, sure. He even reinforces there. And that's Copan burning again. Kismik, fix your stuff. Come on. Anti is counting on you. You're not playing like for Halu again like last month. Oh man. What a tough start. Like you have to have the best mental game possible to come back from this and to keep moving forward. Keep your game plan in mind or whatever, because I mean, you're down 1-0 in the series anyways already. And I mean, this situation here, you have no agency in this. Alex coming with a few units himself now. He's looking for a GA mainly, but even that pressure is annoying for the Inca. Kismik now even moving some of those warriors home, maybe trying to get some priority or some pillage off on that road. Not gonna happen though. Third city for the Incans now. At least Twisted is able to keep on expanding a bit, whereas Anti is fighting back some of these Impy with archers. I don't think he's got any catapults. No, he really doesn't. Mainly just has warriors. Contrast that with Zulu 2. They only have Impy. Basically, that's all they have. No warriors, nothing else. One archer. That's it. Scary. Scary for sure. And Halu keeps on doing his thing. 2 city war chariots. They're trying to rehook the roads here apparently, although that's going to be a long road, so to speak. Not sure they're going to get there actually. Oh, look at this. The pillage ends up coming through here, and he's trying to actually fully cut the connection between these 2 cities. That could be big potentially, but Anti is able to get Impy there and gets the promotion now as well. Alonde is under fire though, and I don't think he's got any moves left on these Impy spot. There might be enough warriors in there nonetheless. We don't know about the exact numbers. That was a good turn of events there for Anti. I think I should just save to be sure, because there was a lot of fighting in this turn already. And yeah, Cotillo now having to abandon the tight choke and loosen it up a bit. I'm not sure Kismic knows about these guys here. Might suspect it. But he barely has any warriors left on the map. Elk moving on down, meanwhile, trying to... Oh, he's actually going to settle here. Finally, and he's going to spot that. Memphis on fire. Still some disorders here. And the Impi are back in for El Cuchillo as he's healing up with the low HP ones. This fire looking good so far, but is behind in score to Anti by quite a bit. Decent pillages here from Anti, and even gets away from the Spearman apparently. Not too bad. Kismic still alive. Not too bad either. And, well, the Inca here for Twisted. 2 cities on freshwater at least. Impi comes in again though. And a pillage for the road. Okay, we'll see what the plan is there right now. Oh, this is perfect. He can take GA. He can take GA off of this. Oh, this is exactly what Elk wanted. He can attack into, like, just have that Impi attack into your veteran. Yeah. Elk really likes what he's seeing there. Fortunate turn of events there for his side. Watch heads from Halu now starting to move a little bit. Persia declare war on Zulu. Did he lose that? Did he lose an immortal there? Or did he kill an... I'm not sure what's going on there. Oh no, sorry, he's declared war on the actual Zulu, not on the Zulu 2. Or did he? I'm confused. There was somebody... Oh no, he killed the scout there from Anti. That was my bad. And now he even cleans up the archer. Perfect. Hit him there. I mean, come on. He wanted the GA. Oh, maybe he just killed the archer. He probably just killed the archer. I'm the idiot. Once more. I like that Anti was at least able to get out with one Impi there from the choke, so at least he's got some pressure on the map. He's going to be able to affect the map a little bit. He's going to have to secure his land a bit more, though. At least he's got some breathing space for now. Halu comes on over with some of the war chariots. The marsh is a bit awkward to navigate for him there, but... Okay, he's also diversifying the pressure. He's already done a lot of damage at Kismic, whom he's leading by 9 score points. Now Anti forcing some reaction out of Halu though. A lot of ties that can be threatened. A worker that could be taken as well. And Elk now on his 3-city GA completely untouched as well. The northern team is looking super strong here. I don't know. Boogie rooting for Kismic's downfall here. What a meanie. Barb spawning on a road is also always awkward. There we go. It looks like GA was taken here by the help of Twisted Venue. Looks like Kismic finally. It's only 2 cities, but the bonus grasslands there can be utilized for something. Remember, he can't even make warriors because he's hooked that iron already. That iron. Sorry. He's got that iron, exactly. He's equipped. Oh, come on. He's got that iron, and yet he's still not the one that's carrying. Okay. I'm gonna leave it be with that one. Consider that a late Thanksgiving present to my American viewers. The gun bars. The gun bars here. At least we're having some fun, right? Unlike the southern team here, who aren't really getting to play the game. I mean, look at this even for the Inca. Now you've got a bunch of high HP, highly educated Persian immortals on your ass. That's quite something. And meanwhile, he's not even moving up with that Impi. How so? Are you not trying to, like, get in there? Like, threaten something? Someone? Well, we'll see. Alex got his GA, we know about that, and yeah, look at this. There's just warriors right now. Some archers underneath, of course, so the defense is there for Twisted Vineyard. But I mean, it's irregular warriors on top, so they break rather easily if Alk wants to force his way in there. The option is there. It's like defense on those warriors. They're just regulars. It's like on par with the Milwaukee Bucks front court defense these days. So you know it's bad. Oh boy. Oh, Southern team, they're not in a great spot. You even see the catapults now defensively coming out from the Zulu against the Zulu. That's when you know you're at the wrong side of this matchup. And it looks like Halo even took out the Impy that was forward there. And that's nice. Even if you lose a Watcher 2 to clean up the Impy there, just killing that one Impy allows you to send so many more units out and well, be safe at the same time. So that was important for him to get that one. Meanwhile, look at Bisfire. He's so annoying with the Impy. He's got Impy on everyone still. And that is why Zulu are such a game-altering civ in MPT. Interesting move here by Halu to pillage all of that. I thought he might be looking to utilize those roads for something, but no. Just cuts everything here, wants to minimize the trade between the team here. And that's a lot more road cutting than we've seen in the previous time that this map was played. So cool to see people adapt and maybe develop some new strategies the more we run this tourney. Halu with a lot of watchers here, now completely having abandoned Kismek over there. Well, he could still move there. Of course, he's flexible with the mobility. Anti being on 2 cities and Zulu, though, I can't really imagine they would all in on him. So maybe they're actually trying to shift all the pressure to the west. So the Incans certainly on 3 cities. With the Immortals there, if we bring some Impy and some Watchers, the Inca could be killable there. That's a plausible target. Not sure why it's so cold in here. Did I leave any windows open? I don't know, man. I mean, sure, it's November, but no business being this cold. All right. Well, let's think of angles for the Southern team, because right now, I don't know. What's the score looking like? They're down 10, they're up 10, they're up 13. Okay, so they're up a lot of score right now. Problem is, if you're getting pressured the entire game, the opponent can expand behind this and potentially shift the scoring situation by quite a bit. We're right now in turn 36, so we're exactly halfway through the game. Halfway through, up by how much? By 13 score, I think is what I said. Yeah, not bad, but it's by no means a sure thing that the score is going to remain this way, especially if you're not able to plant any more cities, right? So it's a bit iffy still in that department. Well, Halu gathering up these war chariots, and I wonder what he's looking to do here. Because he can't really move past Anti without the war chariots being spotted. Maybe he's looking to hit the capital or something. Also, I'm not sure either team has tagged map making. Maybe they're not as interested into boating in this map. Interested in boating is really strong, but simply the fact that you have so much mobility on land already makes the boats less valuable by contrast. Okay, let's see if we're actually going to see any attacks down here. And he has quite a lot of units, but Northern cities is walled. Capital isn't, that's correct. Not on a hill either. Kismig now completely freed of units at least. Got that one. Ooh, that one enslaved work actually. How interesting. He's now going to plant that back hill city, which might have been wiser in the first place. Anyways. Well. You definitely regret that settler situation earlier. Look at this. This is so funny. Barbs on a road. Like, if you expose your settler somewhere here, they might just kill it. So you gotta be on high alert. Not sure. I didn't check in on the action there in the west as much, but I don't think they actually fought anything. I'm not sure Don't think anybody attacked into each other on that front yet. No tiles were pillaged, and I don't think any immortals ended up going down either. Halu goes in onto Anti now, it seems, though. Oh, goes onto the hill. Not sure that is the best tile to attack from. But Anti already starting with the reinforces. Let's see if he's got enough units. I don't think he should be too concerned about that, but let's see how the rolls go. You never know. A lot of war chariots here. And they're not actually going to attack into this, are they? It doesn't look like it. This isn't really a juicy, attractive target there for Halu. It might be more attractive to actually move through and unite with the Persians over here, who are still pressuring the Inca. Remember that Milwaukee Bucks defense there. Very attractive. Okay. Not enough to kill is what Elk Chiller says. Well, I agree with that. This is probably not a kill on Anti. But who knows what could be done to Twisted Venue. Is it a pillage that came through here? No, actually it's Anti hitting into this. Maybe he's got some warriors that he trades with, or even some archers. I don't think he had a lot of them though. And hell yeah, just keeps on moving. He's gonna shift and transition westward again. Ooh, Memphis on fire. Maybe that's Halu's Golden Age ending actually. Could match with the time. Didn't feel as long, but maybe. Maybe that's a reason for the disorder. Got another settler there, so I expect the city plan to follow shortly. And he's gonna move on over. Doesn't have a ton of them, and a few are wounded as well. But the war chariots could still do some damage there, especially with the high HP. Archer, Immortals, whatever. Not a ton of units, but yeah, Elk's bringing more. It's mainly focusing on archers, but some Immortals in there. They're gonna cut through whatever defense you have. Especially if you get the defensive bombard out first. Any Immortal attacking a warrior or an archer on defense is pretty much a sure kill. Even behind walls and whatnot. As long as no defensive bombard comes into play. And that's why you have a lot of archers that can hit before, right? So in theory, big archer stack with maybe 1/4 or 1/5 immortals. It seems like a very cost-efficient, high impact attacking army composition. Watcher, it's moving on over. Maybe heal them up for a turn or two. Well, actually, it's going to take like 10 turns until Alex's reinforcements get here. But I think you should wait for that, shouldn't you? Halu takes a peek. Maybe the communication isn't as tight there between Elk and him. Elk, not always the most talkative in game. So that could be an issue. I feel like northern team here for Halu, they are fine as long as the southern team doesn't keep on expanding, which right now they are not able to do. We'll see. Okay. Biz still being active in there. Always gives me a slight heart attack when people fortify, wake up units in your land, move them around. It's really hard to focus on anything else, but you gotta keep thinking about how you can impact the game, or well, what your job is really. Right now, it's hard. I mean, somehow, I guess if I'm the southern team, I want to hold on to the score lead somehow. Maybe use some border expands, or maybe start thinking about boats. Because the enemy still has to expand a bit, right? Just because of the score situation. So boats could find some value if the opponent gets a bit greedy with the boats or with the plants. Very weird move there by Halu to just move in like that. He's exposing himself to catapult fire and archer attacks. Or just regular warrior attacks, honestly. Like, smashing into this with warriors is a real threat. And yeah, they are very turtled in the south, and that's mainly because of Byzantine's big pressure there. And I'm talking about Bizfire, of course, not the CIV. He really did a great job in the early game, making the opponent turtle. Of course, it I'm not saying that his genius alone is like what makes the game unplayable for the South. Definitely were some mistakes made, especially exposing the workers and settlers like that. Of course, a no-go in high-level MPT. But he capitalized well. Now we have a burning cap for Elk. Elk, brr. He's sending all for Inca. Well, he still hasn't lost any there. It's really surprising to me that Inca aren't hitting into this. Looks like they did now. Or Halu did. I'm not sure who hit into whom. Halu attacked into this, didn't he? And he lost that? That is really surprising to me that he would have lost that. But yeah, he's gonna lose all of those war chariots, isn't he? And that's a lot of archers coming down for... Or, yeah, for Elk, but pretty awkward timing. The coordination there really not on point. Halu also burning Memphis again. This city is... I don't know. The smog must be pretty insane there if you look at the sky above the city. Not too tempting, really. Any people from Memphis in the chat? Not Memphis, Tennessee, Memphis, Egypt. We might actually have people from Memphis in Tennessee in chat, I don't know. Doesn't look too tempting right now with the smog situation there. Yeah, Anti, I mean, he's not dying, of course. He's got walls, roads, a bunch of MPs, but he needs to get involved somehow. And right now he's, again, just losing toys. This is Zulu versus Zulu combat, trading units back and forth. Anti is winning, I guess, in the score department, right? If this is all that's happening, if Zulu are trading units back and forth and Anti has more score, then he's winning the matchup. But that's not really what's happening, right? Zulu are all completely free at home. So they could still expand, they could still hook res for their teammates and so on. But they're also free to move to other players, whereas Anti is using all of his units at home. Right now we have another small group of impies moving out, which is good. That's what I think that's the only thing he really can do to get involved, is send some units out and try to do the same thing that Byzantine Fire is doing with very few units, admittedly. And now the suggestion is to maybe focus on score a little bit more. Connecting the luxuries could also be a big thing, right? There's 3 of each luxury everywhere. You can transport those, trade them with your teammates as well. If you're able to hook all of them. Not a lot of industrious. Oh, actually, there is a lot of industrious. If we have Persia and in Egypt, industrious could be very good on this map if you're thinking about trading res and luxuries. Just to be able to hook all of that. In the south, Mayans also industrious, but not too, well, hooking luxuries is probably not too high on their priority list right now. Let's check in with the score again. That's Northern team up by 10, Southern team up by 5, Southern team up by 14. Okay, by 14. So pretty similar to earlier, wasn't it? Not a lot has changed since then, since we last did the score math. Northern team gonna need to start thinking about expanding soon on it, because yeah, they forced the opponent to turtle for a long time now, but no kill has happened. To the contrary, Halo actually threw away a few units there. They haven't really made more cities either. I mean, 1 city, 2 cities have been planted ever since this whole thing started by the northern team. It's kind of the same rate the southern team has been growing, so it only makes sense that the score situation hasn't really changed meaningfully. 44 turns have gone by. Still anyone's game, really, although I'm really worried if I'm the southern team here. Inca, all they have is that horse. All the Mayans have is the iron, and they've had it hooked the entire game, so they don't even have a lot of warriors that they could have upgraded or anything. None of them could have a lot of gold by the land and the amount of cities they have. And the pressure on the enemy is near 0. Let's check in with everybody's military. Really nice army for Persia there, nearing the end of their golden age. For Byzantine Fire, just impies still, but also making settlers now, as he said. For Egypt, Halu, he still has a decent amount of war chariots. He's still a big threat. Inca, a ton of archers, that's great. He's going to be just fine with the Persians there. He can just slam his archers into the stack and gets a really good trade if he does that. Although that has a ton of archers, that's actually not as many. I thought there were more immortals in that stack, but we know that there's not. Well, Anti has a nice army composition for being safe, or for defending. And then Kismik, he's got decent amount of swordsmen. Okay, could be a worse game state. Could be worse for either side, honestly. Now, if Alex somehow loses the stack, that would be a pretty big issue. Then again, he's on 4 cities now, so he's at least going to contribute a lot of score. First player to have that 4th city up, actually. Again, Elk with surprisingly better expansion than I would have expected. The Silk Road here completely cut between Halu and Kismik already. In the south, generally, there's barely any roads left over anymore. That's what war does to a country. Doesn't look much different in the north. And a 5th settler out for Halu, or for Elk, rather. Didn't see that one coming. Now he's gonna show his stack soon, but this really isn't an intimidating stack. This stack is no issue for TV. He can probably like, it's, I don't know. What am I attacking this with? Like 5 archers and then, or 5 warriors and then 10 archers? Probably like kills the stack almost entirely. And that's a great trade in terms of shields. I'm sure. I haven't done the math, but it sounds pretty great. Looks like a miscon was uttered or something. Oh no, they're on the same team. Whatever. Oh, pressure really isn't there on the northern team right now. Anti is trying his best to get out on the map. Oh, well, gets the kill there, gets the promo, gets taken out at the end of it though. Oh, Spearman now for the mines. Yeah, I get it. I mean, you need some units, right? It's the cheapest unit that he can make, military-wise. But, I don't know. It offers so little in MPT. Not a fan of this many. But what else is he gonna do, I suppose, right? There we have Elk. He's moved into the land now. He's being told off by his teammate. Don't attack, please. Not the settler. Oh yeah, no, that's the settler we saw earlier from him. Makes sense. It's gonna go south. Plan to go closer towards the enemy. Yeah. Seems his plan is to just try and pillage something or whatever. This is still painful to hit into, but at this point the Inca have enough units to undertake such an endeavor. Oh yeah, Redback just said 5 minutes ago in chat if I thought this stack is enough to kill, and no, well, yeah, as I said, not really. Not alone. Again, with Halu's war chariots, there was an angle maybe. Not like this though. Oh, he's asking if they have alphabet. Okay, Jesus. Okay, the northern team is seriously behind in tech then if they don't have alphabet. That means they're not going to be getting libraries for elk. They're not going to be getting map making for boats. They're not going to even be getting mathematics for catapults if ever the need arose. So yeah, tech-wise, it's well, fair enough. We don't know how many techs the southern team has, but at least they have mathematics. That's what we know. So alphabet is in there. Tech, not amazing for the northerners, and well, looks like maybe some roads could be taken, but yeah, this is costly. I don't know about this for elk. Like the coordination just wasn't there with Halu, and so both of their mini stacks not really achieving much there, exposing themselves if nothing else to damage. I don't know, it's a tricky one, right? Score situation again, southern team leads by 1, leads by 16, leads by 10. Okay, the score is getting a lot closer. We're already down to just a 10-point gap. And that means Team Halu catching up. Again, if you're just joining or whatever, if you forgot what we're playing for, Halu against Antiquity. Whoever wins 2 games first gets to be the November MPT champion. And it's looking pretty nice for Halu at this point, since he's already got the first game victory. And in this one, they have the map lead, so to speak, and they're also catching up in score, so it's not looking too bad for them there. Oh, did the score gap shrink by another 2, actually? It looks like it did. I have them up by 8 now, the Southerners. So yeah, they're losing about 2 lead per turn, which is pretty rapid considering how long this game is still going. And it doesn't look like they're going to be able to expand a lot soon. At least Kismik's got another city out. And he's all on one side of the river. At least. Colony on the Ivory, okay. But still, no pressure on the north anywhere. Elk still moving around, tried to get the road, but again, just barely held by Twisted Venue. It looks like he tried to finish off the stack, couldn't quite get it with the archer there. Of course, across river, it makes it a bit tricky. And Elk keeps on moving through with the stack. But where to? We don't really know. Actually, a city plant here in MPT for Anti. He's out with his third before Byzantine Fire as well. Okay. Well, he's got a big score lead over his opponent at least. Well, he's the only one who does on his team. Halu is gaining score like crazy. He probably has those cheap religious temples up and running already. Oh man, yeah, look at that. 3 border expanded cities. Well, 2 non-cap cities. Alk now with alphabet. Okay. Maybe trying to get towards literature or something. I don't know what the plan is with the text. Maybe just the boats. Maybe just regular Kuros to be able to defend from water. Naval sentry purposes. Makes sense. And so the score situation, 2 in favor of north, 12 in favor of south, 5 in favor of south. Oh, it's shrinking fast. It really is. Let's see, is TV gonna... Oh no, he outsped him. And that's the MGL! Oh, Chandragupta. No chance. The famous Persian war leader, isn't it? Chandragupta. Oh, come on. He actually gets... Oh, what a BS situation for a TV. Oh, he hits into that with his 2 HP archer. Oh, God. I mean, I guess it's like a, what, a one-third chance of him losing. But giving over the MGL as well is so unfortunate, and there's such a pivotal time as well against the Persians of all civs. Oh, well, he must have realized, right? He walked it through his vision, and he now sees the little asterisk icon on that immortal. Wow. Massive roll. I'm teasing it in the Twitch chat for people from 5 minutes ago. Little wink from the future. Ouch. That hurts if you're TV. On defense the entire game, doing really well. Like, he defended both of those end of turn stack attacks really well. Got amazing rolls there, and I think he also might have reinforced a bit on time. But then getting punished so hard by this one is just cruel. No other way to put it. Oh, come on. And now we have Byzantine Fire. Was that a turn skip? I don't know. Nobody's saying anything, so it probably was fine. Either way, I really wasn't confident in the first place, so I'm yeah, no problem. Yeah, I really like this communication this time around. There it looks like Bizfire is scouting for the MGL to get home safely, and no way that's gonna be caught up to, unless he's running it into barbs or something. He's actually gonna run it straight over to the road here, it seems. Oh, what a big roll for Elk here. Chandragupta. Oh, okay. On the other side, that's a ton of swordsmen, as we said, and wow, a bunch of veterans too. Kismek with the Mayans, they're still a premier MPT safe, aren't they? Actually, by the way, if anybody's watching this, if you're watching at this point on YouTube or Twitch, I know you're a real one. If anybody's watching this and has strong opinions about the civs or this game mode or the maps, in general, the MPT Strategy Masters or the players, I'm down to do a podcast on it in early December at some point. Just talking about how we like the tournament, how we like the teams that have played so far, and what we think about the champions that actually are holding the title, as well as the map balance or whatever. I don't know. I'd be down to do something like that in December. I should have some time. Not within the next week though, but yeah, as I said, early December. I'm just asking. It's not a guarantee that I'll accept you on or that I'll do it with you. I'm just saying, like, if there's some people out there and I think we could get a cool show or a cool discussion going, just reach out to me in DMs somewhere and maybe we can make it happen. Not a guarantee though. Okay, that is a bunch of swordsmen. Halu should have a ton of units, and since there's no archers in that, just 2 catapults, Halu trades okay just attacking into this with war chariots, especially if it's on flat land. So Kia needs to be wary of that. He doesn't have a ton, and let's see, yeah, Halu, well, he doesn't have a million of them either, so it's definitely not a freebie for Halu to defend, but he shouldn't have massive trouble with it. There we go, Chandragupta has been brought home safely. Now it's probably just going to be a regular, just going to be veteran immortals inside of that army, if I had to guess. That's what I would load. Well, I would probably load horsemen into it because I'm just like that, but not expecting that from Elk. Pour myself a new cup of tea because now it's gonna get interesting. Whew. Okay. Ooh, that's scary. As I said, barbs on roads, quite unpredictable sometimes. Gotta be careful there. Still not a single unit in the northern hemisphere from the southern team. Well, apart from Kismic's stack. So he's now getting over there. What's the score situation like? At this point, the northern team is probably ahead, aren't they? Let's check it out. Up by 5, down by 10. Up by 1. Yep, northern team just took the score lead. They're up by 1 score. So south is going to need to expand hard somehow. And they don't have cheap culture buildings, really. So that's going to be difficult. Or they're going to have to find a kill again. And at this point, man, Halu's team, they're taking the lead again here. They're already up by 1-0. So I'm just saying that would be Halu winning the championship belt for the 2nd time in a row, defending it for the 1st time. We'll start building a legacy in this young tournament format for himself already. It's 3 veteran immortals, as we suggested. For Elk inside that army, by the way. I haven't seen any communication between the southern team in quite some time, so they're probably like talking on voice or something. Probably well aware of that military-grade leader threat. Oh, my throat is a bit rough, but the tea certainly is helping. There go the swordsman, though. Halu hasn't scouted this, has he? Don't think he saw them with the warrior here. That was really nicely moved around by Kismek. But Halu seems to suspect something. At least he's moving everything forward into Memphis. Okay, Palenque on fire. That's not too bad. And he's still with MPs in his line. He's never going to get rid of them, is he? And we've got 17 turns left. Elk now with the MGL. And still with those reserves. Remember, he didn't lose his stack. A bunch of archers still there, among other things. I didn't even save earlier when that MGL spawned, did I? Should have. Definitely should have. My bad there. New post. That's how you see I'm not playing a lot these days. Oh boy. Well, is it all resting on Kismek's shoulder right now with this attack? It might be. No boating or anything, I don't think. don't think either team can really afford the tax to get there at this point. Egypt, no. Inca, not none either. Not even a single Kura out on the map. That's crazy, isn't it? Some colonies, yeah, I like to see the luxuries utilized at least a little bit. Not too shabby. Okay. It seems like Halu is stacking every... Oh boy, what is this? Oh, this could be massive. Oh, this... What? She's moving back and forth. I don't know. Whoever hits into the other stack with that could get some massive results out of this. There goes Kismig. Comes in. Let's see if Halu is gonna take the first chance he get at striking into Kismig's stack. There go all the swordsmen just onto the flat like that. Is Halu gonna take the... He has to. He has to hit into this, right? Take all units you have. Just attack, no? Well, this could be big. This could be a big fight here. Just gonna save out of anticipation. I don't know. I wonder how this plays out, how they're gonna play that. Just mix it in there. Fortifying for now. Memphis has almost all the war chariots that Egypt has, and that's 25 right now. This stack from Kismik, what is this, 20? How many swordsmen does he have in total? 25. So that's 20 at best. That's probably just shy of 20. Tough to say. Tough to say. Halu's really putting everything over here. How is Kismik gonna play it? Is he gonna try to run? Because there's no catapults, so he can choose to walk a bit, try to get on a road. It's probably a wise choice. Then again, you're not really gonna get a better fight than hitting a size 1 with just 1 defense units in there. But you don't know how many archers are underneath or what and whatnot. So I don't know. Probably walking is the wiser choice here. Could be wrong. He can't reinforce, and Halu is getting more units every turn that goes by, so that has to be kept in mind as well. But there's no chance Kismet gets more units over there. At least not within the next 10 turns or something. Well, there he goes. Halu, he's gonna end of turn attack into this, I'm pretty sure. Let's see how the roll goes. I guess he start of turn attacked into it? I'm really not 100% sure what is going / went on there. But yeah, it looks like he just start of turn attacked into it. Okay, let's see. Big rolls going on right now. Let's see how much Kismet can kill here. How many... Yeah, how this could either be extremely good for Halu or extremely good for Kismet, depending on how the RNG ends up on this one. In general, as I said, I think Halu gets away with this more often than not. So I don't hate the move. Was that it, though? I think it was. And honestly, there's a lot of healthy swordsmen left over there. Kismet can attack into it, and he does. Okay, he's going right for the jugular. Not sure that's how you pronounce that word, but it is a tough one. Wow, whoa! How fast are they dying? What is going on here? That is not sure what's going on there on my screen right now. I don't know what happened there, but it doesn't seem implausible that this was legit. So honestly, I think Kismet just got the kill there, fair and square. The much famed vulnerable Egyptians, isn't it? That's what everybody says. They never survive MPT game until the end, do they? Okay. Well, Kismet didn't lose a lot on that second attack, did he? I'm not sure. Actually, no, there's no way for me to tell how much he's got left over. Okay. But the game crashes, so we're going to put up the reload screen and figure out what the players think about this. Okay, we'll find out. Trying to get it back up. Well played by Kismic though. He suffered a lot early, but he was still able to get the kill in the end. Okay. Yeah, of course, as always, we're trying to figure out how to best reload this now and what the fair solution is. Okay, looks like we found a solution here. Whew, okay. And yeah, that is a massive kill, of course. Northern team had just taken control of the score situation. Kismic finds the kill there, and I think takes out the highest score player in the game probably, was Halu, if I remember correctly. Mm, okay. Well, yeah, it's a reload, guys. It's a reload. You know the drill. Again, for the YouTube video, I hope I remember to cut the reloads or to put timestamps in for the reloads, but yeah, for now, for the stream, it is what it is. We're gonna have to sit through it. While everything gets figured out. All right, we're looking for somebody that can fill in to just empty the city real quick. It is what it is. What is the save file actually? Is that the correct save file? I hope it is. Oh boy. Come on, how difficult is it to empty a city? Okay, nice, there we are. We've got our players. Okay, apologies as always for the delay. It's annoying, but it's the same thing for me, right? I have to sit here as well, so it's the same for all of us. Where are we? Come on, there's the save. Perfect. Should be the right one. I'm praying for it at least. There we go. Check in there. Then my phone charger, man. Why is my phone charger so ass? It always stops at exactly 69%. And I'm not making that up. That's actually... Okay. Good. So, we're now reloading. Decent chance it crashes again, but after that we'll be able to load in fine. So here we are. We have the city being emptied. City is empty. Are we disbanding? Or... what is the problem now? Come on. Is there a... I thought he... whatever. Are we crashing? Looks like we're not. Okay. 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 I don't know. I don't know. I thought he said he knew exactly how much he had and whatnot. But we're rolling with it. We're rolling with it. And then the mutes, of course, yeah. Hope everybody remembers their mutes. Okay, and then that's the new situation. So that's where we left off. Kismic gets the kill on Halu, which is massive, because that was the scoring leader in this game. Now, Alk is still pretty big, of course. He's probably not going to die here, is he? But I mean, still, the score is going to shift quite a bit. We have 14 turns left, so Southern team now in the winning spot as far as I'm concerned. Question is, can there be a threat put onto Kismic now that he's got a faraway city to defend? I don't think Memphis is really a realistic target for anybody. The army, though, for Persia not to be underestimated. Again, though, against Memphis, hard to imagine that kills. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Personally, I feel like Kismi is pretty fine. Now, he's got a lot of swordsmen at home still, pretty sure. Not even sure his GA is over yet. 58 turns. Oh yeah, we know, of course, it's just 14 turns left. Now, of course, Byzantine, we praised his pressure that he had all game, but it's true that he didn't build bacon, so he doesn't have much to work with at this point. And he still has way more score than him as well, so I don't know. I don't love this position for the North. Elk is gonna need to find something here. If he gets a kill soon onto Twisted Venue, that could be something. But does he have the capacity for that? It's pretty much the only angle I can see. Still, I don't think any boating is going on. And, well, that's really what we're looking at here, I believe. Can Elk find something there? Gonna be another city, but again, score alone, there's no way that's gonna be enough. We have 2 and 3, only these two guys, and then the Southern team, they're all gonna cross that 100 score barrier soon. We can check in with the score from Halu every now and then. He's Egypt. Where is he? 106. So he's still pretty big, right? 106. If we're doing the score there, that's 106 plus 109 plus 79 minus 100 minus 93 minus 96. So right now the Northern team is up by 5 score. I can't imagine that holding up though, as the South now faces considerably less pressure, is able to pump score a bit better. And, well, decay will kick in for Halu. No, it's really all on Elk, isn't it? He's not moving out with his army. How? What's going on there? Move the army! Move the army! You're taking all the MOs, all the archers, whatever. Where's the army? Move it. Move it. Maybe he's just choosing to keep the army at home for defensive purposes, because it can reinforce every city from his empire, or, well, every city in his empire from Passagarde. But nah, there's no way he kills without the army. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm missing something. Okay. Well, even Kismet could threaten a bit with these swordsmen that he's got left over. Even he could move over to Byzantine fire if it was necessary. Okay, there we go. The turn is ticked. And yeah, the army is coming forward from Elk now. That's obviously the correct move. He's the one that needs to find something, at least presumably. Let's actually check out the score situation. So what do we have? Come on, get the fuck out. We have 113 for Persia, 104 for Egypt. We have 81 for Zulu 2. On the other side, we have 103 for the Inca, we have 98 for the Maya, and 95 for the Zulu. So that's a 2-point score lead. Yeah, okay. It's not holding up for 12 turns, guys. Now, army in MPT really broken. That extra movement point, obviously massive, right? just think about how important the cutting of roads and whatnot is, the double moving. You get twice the range on your double moves with that. And then also very underrated, the vision that it has, the radar vision. It has 2 tiles of vision in every direction. And that's so amazing for spotting empty roads, empty cities, spotting movement between units so you know where the enemy has got his potential weak spots. So yeah, I don't know. Honestly, like I talked about the Milwaukee Bucks level defense on the Incans here, but really the pivotal point was more so the early 2000s Dallas Mavericks defense that the Egyptians have in every game. Like they're never stopping anything. They haven't stopped an attack since I've played CIV3. Like how does it? I don't even think they're that bad, but somehow it always happens. They always die. Probably because you're so tempted to just only make war chariots with them and completely disregard any defensive options, not even archers. Like, look at the Persians here. They're not just making immortals. They're making a ton of archers, and that boosts their defense a lot. Of course, the immortal itself is already a much more, well, impactful defensive unit than the war chariot, but you get the point, kind of, right? I think Egyptians aren't that bad on defense, but they're played in such a manner usually that their defense is so weak. Yeah, it's like, yeah, like I said, I mean, come on. Come on. Now, Elk, you're gonna need to find that kill soon, buddy. 11 turns left. I'll check in with the score math. Actually, I'll check in now, because next turn there might already be fighting going on. So I'll take another screenshot and do the math there real quick, while we wait to see if anything changes. Yeah, Halu has decayed quite a lot already. So no, this is pretty difficult. It's still 2 difference apparently, so it might not have changed last turn. Interesting. Now there goes Elk. We've got him moving in closer. This is very double movable. Look at this. He's coming in. The army with the tons of archers underneath. Also a lot of pressure. All these units there on the roads. It could be difficult to reinforce in time. Okay, there goes the army. Ooh, very interesting move there. Threatening Tambo as well. And there goes Elk. He's starting to hit Twisted Venue there. Nothing else around the map that requires focus. So let's check this out. Oh, Tiwanaku already very weak, but we're hitting simultaneously at multiple points. That is really nicely done by Elk. He's even hitting Tambo now. Struggling heavily here is Twisted Venue to reinforce 3 cities at once. Machu Picchu is empty, and so he goes down in the end to Elk's very well executed attack there. And that is a kill, and that opens up the game again massively. Blows open the game, so to speak. Sadly, we're crashing again, so we'll have to figure out the reload situation. But man, that is a big one. Clutch play for Elk, utilizes the army well, hits 3 cities at once, and was fast movement there by TV, but especially since he had so many units on the road and he needed to Control-Shift-G them manually, was not easy to reinforce in time there. Well done to Elk for putting up such a annoying attack. Such a hard one to defend against. And we're back to square one, aren't we? Well, I have no clue how the scoring situation develops from here on out. But there's still a lot of units left, including that army for the Persians, so that's not going to be a cakewalk. Sadly, I didn't click the stack before. That was my bad. I should have clicked the northern stack before it crashed. I even took the screenshot before to have the reference material. That was my bad. Once again, not the quick spectator fingers that you would hope. Okay, well, the readout is up. Let's see how we do this. Looking at the screenshot to see what I can discern from it, whatever I have here. Okay. Getting a phone call real quick, and because it's the reload going on anyways, I'll take that real quick. Okay, we've got it figured out. Hey there, Boogie. Okay, hey there, Boogie. 5 minutes ago. Hope the game is still enjoyable despite the reloads, but we're getting kills, and that's what matters, isn't it? Don't think I have any saved from that turn. How would I? So this should be the correct one, right? Need an AI for the Inca, and then we'll go through with that, and it should be good to go right after. Okay. Let's see how the reroll goes on the AI. So he attacks in the north. He loses 1, 2 units, 3 units, I believe. 4 units, I believe. Okay. Okay. This sounds reasonable. This sounds reasonable. He must have lost. I think he lost 4 times for this attacking this time. He could have lost like 8 the previous time. And then I think we should be good. Oh, did he move the army this time around though? Oh no. I don't think he should have moved the army this far this turn. But okay, yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure he couldn't have moved it like that previously. Okay, so we've got it. There we are. Back to square one, 2 versus 2. And, well, 1 kill for Elk's Persians, 1 kill for Kismik's Mayans. Looked dire for him early, but he recovered well, and Mayans are just a powerhouse Civ. No way around it. So it's going to be fun. I wonder how the score situation develops from here on out. Again, I'm going to take my score screenshot and we'll check out what the math says. We've got 123, 99. Ooh, Halu is really decaying fast. But we'll see what the Inca decay will be like. So it looks like Northern team is up by 3, I'm pretty sure, at this point. Which would be pretty good news there. Alk is massive, of course. His land area is just getting bigger every turn, it feels like. So this is tricky for Kismic and Anti to play. Like, how do you maximize score here? You're not going to be able to score pump much more. I assume they've got pretty much all citizens happy at this point. Bodex fans are in for the Zulu as well. They're not going to get that much more score. Another city is going to be attempted there, but you've got to be careful as well. The enemy has 2 movers, so you can't just plant anywhere. Kismic, well, don't think he has enough. I don't think Kismek has enough settlers, or like, well, he has. I don't think he has any settlers yet. Is what I mean. So he's not going to be able to plant a lot more cities. Are they going to have to get a kill somewhere? I don't know. How's Elk looking? He's got spearmen around and stuff, so he's super difficult to kill. And the swordsmen aren't getting over there from Kismek, so he's probably not dying in this game. For the Zulu there in the middle, I don't know about that. It's Zulu after all. The roads are reasonably well protected. Kismet can't move out with everything from Memphis either. So, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the best win condition is here realistically for the Southern team. Team Antiquity, is score an option? Are kills realistic? One of those two will have to do for him. I don't know, guys. Not gonna be easy. Let's check out the score again, because it really the differential there is so decisive. Okay, we have Persia with 127, Halu's Egypt with 97. We have Bisfire's Zulu with 87, and then we have Maya 104, Inca 102, Zulu 101. Oh, that's 4. The lead for the northern team got bigger by 1 again. Oh man. 8 turns left. It's a 4-point game, and the northern team is gaining ever so slowly. Is that it for Anti? Is he gonna fall short at his first attempt of winning the title? Well, so to speak, Halu did as well. He didn't really, because the series he lost against City wasn't a title match, but he lost the initial version of this tournament. And then when it really counted for the title, he was able to win that best of 3 last month. Now, though, it's looking really good for Halu again. Whereas Anti down here seems to be the one whose first appearance in this tournament isn't going amazingly. I don't see Persia or Zulu dying here is the thing. And the score pumping, I don't know. I mean, look at it. He's moved the settler over here. Anti has. It's going to give him, what, 7 new tiles? 6 new tiles? How much score is that really going to be? Well, come to find out. Get another glimpse at the score here. We'll do the math every turn, so we're on top of it. Persia 139, Egypt 96, Zulu 89, the other side 106. Oh, the score didn't change since last turn even for the southern team, so now they're down by 7? Oh, that's horrible news. The score didn't even change this for one entire turn, unless I'm misremembering. Maybe the Mayans gained by 2 or something. I don't know. Either way, the gap is now 7. Southern team in some trouble. At this point, do they just need a miracle kill or something? But how would you even find that? I mean, the enemy... There's no like sneaky backline cities that you could attack. There's no boating at all, so that's not even an option. Ugh. Isn't this super rough? Well, there's the army. And he finds out. Doesn't love it. Makes it so hard to get by as well if he was trying to snipe Machu Picchu or something. How do you get there? The army has vision of everything. They see all. So how do you do this for the southern team? Oh, he's moved the settler a bit, so at least he's going to get more score, but he's going to delay the plant by 1 turn again. Kismet with another settler out. And another one here in the east. Okay, so plants are going to come in. He's going to plant on the luxury here. That's a smart move, but I'm not sure. Again, with these low pops, I'm pretty sure he has 100% happy citizens. Could be wrong, of course. Smart move by Elk to also keep on planting. He doesn't need the luxury though, since he's already hooked it. He's gonna just plant for score, for area. And then he's even got some immortals there on the Zulu, although admittedly it didn't bring near as much as I had expected, but he probably also realizes he doesn't need a kill there. And he goes in. Maybe he can pillage some luxuries. That could be a thing. That could be an angle. At the start of the turn. Maybe if he's fast. Although there's 3 ivory hooked, so, well, doesn't really matter if he pillages one, does it? Honestly, even the threat of doubling Persepolis probably would have done more than that 1 ivory pillage, but he couldn't really know that, I don't think, so... not a honest criticism here. Okay, let's do the score math again. Every turn we have to do this. Oops, that's not the screenshot I wanted to grab. Here we are, as Elk cleans up that stray impy in his land. He's completely fine. 138 for Persia, 93 for Egypt. That's really decaying fast, but Zulu are now gaining quite meaningfully as well. And Inca are also starting to lose score fast. Yeah, it's a 10-point game now. Southern team falling behind fast. Honestly, they need like a kill within the next 2 turns or something. Otherwise, I don't know. At least they're going to be planting 2 or 3 more cities here. So maybe that changes the direction of things. But it's not too promising for now. Oh man. I'm not too envious of their position right now. How would you get back into this? Well, good news, so to speak. There's no map making for the northern team, so even if they're planting greedy cities down here, they're not going to get killed. But yeah, they just probably don't have the means, don't have the amount of settlers that would be required to get that kind of score. Why do we have a worker working here? He's going to connect the city, I suppose. But yeah, aren't we at the time where joining workers is really like the objectively correct decision? I mean, maybe the city connect here is important. I don't know, but I don't know. Seems like that's a gamble you have to take at this point, because you need to maximize score, not safety. I don't think. Okay, again, I'll be doing the math. 12. Yeah, it's getting worse. At this point, I'd almost say it's over, right? I mean, even if they get a kill now, 12 points, don't think they're gonna catch up that much. Unless these 2 3-0 cities are gonna kick in within the next 2 or 3 turns or something, and well, there's gonna be another one soon for Anti. But 12 points is really a lot. And it's not like Elk hasn't been expanding either, right? It's not like he hasn't been getting massive. He's got the border expands in there as well. Memphis, I don't know if Memphis just got the border expand. If so, that is pretty big. Kills certainly aren't going to decide this one, are they? Not likely. Anyways. Yeah, Elk is safe as well. He's got all of that taken care of. The elite, with the great leader. That guy has done his job, to say the least. Elk, man, what a clutch comeback. It looked really bad for Halo's team after he died. That was their only shot back into this if Elk found that kill. And had he just smashed everything in, I'm pretty sure Inca hold there. But he had a pretty nice kind of three-pronged attack there. Very well played. So that might have won Halo the title here. We'll see. We have to chill a bit. Oops. $11. Okay, they caught up by 1 point last turn, but that's not gonna be enough, obviously. Ooh, we attacked into that end of turn, and that's gonna be the army out of the game. That's not gonna be relevant anymore from here on out with that HP. Well, might even be killed, but even if it isn't, like, this doesn't change anything. Within 2 turns at least, that's it. Yeah. But yeah, Elk wasn't relying on that anyways, was he? Okay. Isandlwana is planted as well. That's the new plan from this turn. We'll see what the score says. We have 151, 89, 97, but the Inca decay here. 13 if I didn't do the score math wrong, and that means, yeah. That means that should be it at this point. Pretty big, isn't it? Just trying to see if I'm missing anything or something's going on somewhere. Doesn't look like it though. Okay, that's the army dead. Haven't seen an army kill an MPT that often. But, that isn't the most relevant thing at this point. Alex says GG. Not in a losing kind of way, though, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, score didn't change since last turn at all. So that's it. That is gonna be it. Team Halu's got this one on lock. I think everybody's just gonna press enter since it doesn't look like attacks are happening anywhere. Well, this, yeah, don't think, yeah, no. Okay. Wham, kiss me. He almost had it. He did his job exceptionally well there, holding. Well, he kind of fumbled it at the beginning, but then really nice comeback in the end. Elk, though, once more stepping up. He's had a couple of clutch performances in these tournament games. And so with that, that's that. That is Halu winning the second game, 2-0 up in the series, which now gives him the series win, despite one game still being left to play. He's got the belt on lock for the second month in a row, so congrats on that. That's a big feat. Look at this. Our little Hall of Fame, our title history for the second month. Halu holds on to that title, so we'll see who is going to step up next month or maybe in 2 months due to Christmas. Who's going to step up to challenge him for that? But he's earned himself that spot, man. That game 1 was absolutely clutch here. In game 2, he had a lot of pressure as well before he ended up dying finally, but Elk steps up in the MVP as the MVP in that one. And so that's 2-0 for Halu here. He's the one who gets the belt. His teammates get the money for the wins in the individual games, and that was well played. Yeah, that's that from Halu. Oh, well, that's not that from Halu. That's that from game 2. We're up 2-0 in the series. There's one more game left to be played on Greenland, and the title might be decided. But of course, we have prize money on the line, so I'll be putting up the stream in a couple of minutes again when we have game 3 ready for you guys, so stay tuned for that. Congrats to Team Halu for already clinching the series, and if you're watching on YouTube, I'll see you guys tomorrow for game 3.